Yo, 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 it's match day, people. You know, it's match day. Reggae Boys taking on St. Vincent and the Grenadines from Sabina Park in Kingston. This one is 1-1 on aggregate. You know, the away goals is in the prehistoric times of Concacaf. So we do have that slight advantage, but a goal for them first can take that right away. But listen, as soon as you enter, people smash that like button, smash that like button, smash that like button. I'm going to depend on you guys in the stream to make sure that you do that for me, please and thanks. This is going to be the place where you can get some full data about everything with the match. We're going to have the game streaming in the Discord. So as a matter of fact, let me get that into the comment section right away for anybody who might have some trouble finding the game tonight. I am going to put the Discord link right in the comment section. All right. This link will take you directly into the Discord server where you can watch the game. So let me make sure that I put that right here. Also, let me do this. Yes, people, smash that like button, smash that like button. You know what we're here for, people. It's the second leg of prelims, Jamaica versus St. Vincent and the Grenadines, right? And of course, you know, Jamaica going into this game with a slight advantage due to their away goal, but of course that can be wiped out if we are to concede tonight at Sabina Park. And early news in the Trinidad and Cuba game, the Cuban midfielder Torres has gotten a straight red card. He is devastated, walking off the pitch crying as well, being consoled by one of the coaches, but don't think he can argue much with that challenge there. So Trinidad with a 2-1 lead in this game, 2 away goals as well scored, and now they are up a man versus Cuba early, just the 3rd minute of that game. Of course, you know, Suriname and Martinique, the other game that is going to kick off tonight as well. So we'll keep you updated on everything. Still 0-0 over in Martinique as they face Suriname. But of course, you know, tonight's fixture that we're going to be keyed up on is the Jamaica versus St. Vincent game. So the lineup should be out, people. So we're going to get that on screen for you right away. The lineups are out. The lineups are out, people. So let me get that on the screen for everyone that's here so we can see that right away, people. All right, so we have... So this is the lineup for Jamaica, people. In goal, we have Andre Blake. Back line of Dexter Lembikisa, Joel Latibode, Richard King, and Ethan Pinnock, people. So Damian Lowe does not start. I don't think this is correct. I doubt that Pinnock will be playing left back. So it will be one of Latibode or Lembikisa at left back, the other at right back, and then the center backs again, King and Pinnock. Then in midfield now, it looks like the shape is a little different. Hayden playing as the lone 6 with Gray, Reed, and Bailey slightly ahead of them. And then you have Cephas and Warner Brown. So this is an interesting lineup if this is how it's really going to be. I don't think the system will change though. I think it will be a 4-2-3-1 with Hayden and Bobby Reed deeper. I think it basically will be what the game ended like the last game. Cephas left, Bailey right, Gray a little more central, Bobby Reed deeper with Hayden as the 6 and Warner Brown through the middle. So that's what I think it will be. But this is pretty much what I thought the lineup was going to be. Besides King, I thought Lowe would start. Now for St. Vincent, they're going with the same exact lineup, it looks like. Why change it if you're the coach? Okay, one change. So Pierre starts tonight instead of Pierre takes the place of Shaq Adams, who started the last game. So Anderson will be on the left, Pierre on the right. And it's basically the same exact lineup that they used the first game. Why change it, right? But Jamaica ringing in the changes. So, of course, McCullough started. He's replaced. Boza started. He's replaced by Warner. So, 2 subs and also, of course, forced injury around the back. Bell is out. So, Latibode is in. So, people, you see the starting lineup on the screen. What do you give this lineup out of 10 people? This is the starting lineup. If you don't see it, here it is again. As I said, I don't believe it will look exactly like this. I think CFAS will start from the left. So yeah, that is the starting lineup, people. That's the starting lineup. Interesting one. We're getting this lineup. This lineup is from 365 Scores. That's who had all the stats and all the ratings with the last game. So they're actually covering the Concacaf. SofaScore don't have it. So we're getting beat for pace and you bench our CB with the best recovery speed. Yeah, that's the one thing I don't understand. My lineup basically was this exact set of players, and the only difference was low for King. That was it. No MF. I don't believe that this is gonna be the lineup. Let me put up my tactical manager and I'll show you guys how I think it's gonna look, because I think it's basically gonna look exactly how it looked at the end of the last game. So let me show you guys, because them people are not tactically aware like myself. So let me get this off the screen. So I saw the names, people, but I'm gonna show you guys now on the screen how it's gonna look tactically on the pitch. Okay, I need to go to here. All right, share. Tactical pad. So let's get the players on the pitch. So Blake starting. Bell is out. I think Lembikis are going to play left back. I think Latibody are going to play right back. King, Pinnock. So I think that's going to be the back four, right? Then we have Hayden. I think he will sit. Hayden will sit, right? A little bit deeper. And then we have Reed. It will kind of be a little more like this. One shaded to one side a little more. And then gray central. Somewhere in there. And then let me see. What are the people? 21. Dix now we're the 9. Let's fit this one. All right, so we have Warner Brown up front. And Cephas over here, so. And Leon over here, so. So I think that's what it's going to look like. I don't believe it's going to look like what we saw on the screen there. But who knows? Maybe. But this is what I think it will more look like. Something like this. Let me know what you guys think about this lineup, people. Balling at them net. So that's what I think it will look like for them, for us. You know? Yeah, I think this is what I predict. I think Dexter obviously can play left back, played it for Wolves in the FA Cup and everything. So I would think he can play there. I know Lati can play there too, but let's see. This is what we spoke about, bringing players you don't trust. Yeah, I mean, we see it almost every camp. I mean, look, he's trying Warner Brown, so that's a sign of trust for Warner Brown, but that might just be necessity, you know. I think anybody can see the type of form and performance that that Boza gave us in the first game, and I don't think any coach who had another option would go back to Boza in this game. You know, you have to give the other person a chance. Let Ainsworth play if you brought him. Yeah, look, I had thought about Ainsworth starting, but when I did my not well, I wouldn't say predicted, but when I said my 11 that I would play based on what we have, this is pretty just over the bar from Trinidad there. I basically said, look, let's play. The only thing I had different from this team right here is low for King. Everything else is what I basically said I would start with. Yeah, so because I was grappling with the idea of still keeping Gray wide and just playing Cephas through the middle, but then I was like, no, let's just do this instead. Because at the end of the last game, it looked good. It was working out. We got some chances towards the end with this type of setup. With Reed dropping a little bit deeper, Hayden dropping deeper into midfield as well, which I think is his more natural role. And the coach is right. He has played that role before. But if you look at the bulk of his appearances, they would have come at the number 6. Ooh, Trinidad again. Bless up Swamp TV. What go on, bro? There, that's the starting 11. What do you think? Dropping a score out of 10 for the starting 11 people. And while you're doing that, I will show you guys the opponents that we're facing as well. So we have Christopher in the goal. Made some big saves in the first game. Don't know if he will be able to repeat that, but we hope not. Barnum Bob, he was at left back. Charles, probably their best player in the first game, not named Anderson. He was the tall, lanky centre back there. He had a good game though, blocked a lot of plays. And Johnson, the youngster, his centre back partner, played well as well. Marshall, apart from what he did at the end of the game, which gave us the penalty, he had a really solid game, and Damari Gray for the most part, at least kept him away from danger. Then in midfield now, these two players work extremely hard for the team. Spring and Kanaya Joseph. Man, them put in a lot of work. So those two players keep it solid, block the passing angles. Pierre got the start today on the right side. The danger man Anderson will start on the left. Stewart, another danger man as well on the counter. He'll be the striker. Right? And then this player Micah, more of a hard-working player, more than like a creative number 10, but he's the one that caused the turnover when McCullough had a loose touch in the center circle. So you have to be careful when you're around him pressing you. He works extra well. All of them work hard, but Joseph have a knack for nicking the ball away from you when you're taking touches in front of him. So you just need to be careful with him. But yeah, that is the two lineups right there, people. Jamaica on the left, of course. So what you guys have to say about Jamaica's lineup, how it looked to you guys. Yeah. Bless up Corey, Wagwan. Kemar Sutton said 3-0 to Jamaica. All right, so score prediction start drop. Kemar said 3-0, no problems, clean sheet. All right, Kemar, I hope you're right in a boss. Swamptivity, the team drop yet? Yeah, man, the team that, brother. That's the team on the screen right there. We don't know the formation, but based on the players, I don't think the coach are going to change. So I think he's going to play the same 4-2-3-1. I think it's going to look like this. Right, that's up on the screen. Yeah. Just like that. Cephas, Bailey, Lati, Lemby. Just like that. That's the team though. Let me just confirm it. Let me confirm it. I'm sure so them drop it on this. Boy, Sabina. People, what do you think the turnout going to be tonight? I'm kind of worried for the turnout, you know. Of course, a 1-0 to Jamaica, so look like it's a good thing I pour my refreshments for the game then. 1-0 mega there, fret people. I can't afford for lose no more here, and I'm gonna cut off the whole light, you know. So if I get worried today and start lose here, by the end of the show, my ball like, oh, Trinidad again. Will Trinidad rue these missed chances ever? I don't believe so because they have the man advantage, but that should have been another one there. Good cross from the right side by Garcia. Just couldn't get the right contact with the header though. Up and over the bar. Not a bad technique though. Headed it down, which you should. But you can't believe it. But this is getting from bad to worse for Cuba. It's just constant Trinidad attacking here. Oh, that's another bad challenge. People can't complain now. People ask for Cephas and Brown and they got them. Yeah, that's true, Charles. Look, I won't complain because literally when I was doing my 11 today in my brain of who we could start, this is the players that I had except for Lowe starting over King. So it's like I want to pull call back for everybody who used to give me a headache. But so, I mean, I just see like the potential for how this St. Vincent team can get us and is on the break. And I just trust Low closing speed and overall experience to close down in those situations much more than King. So what a strike by Trinidad. And the rebound is off the crossbar and he was onside. Oh my gosh, this is an incredible amount of misses by Trinidad. Good play from Cuba here. Can they get through? What a pass. Oh my gosh, Cuba. Oh, poor touch at the end. So what then call a foul? Yo, one thing, you know, Alvin Jones have a rocket foot shot, you know, man. Nearly mash up the keeper. And then the rebound off the crossbar. Yo, how them not score? Concacaf YouTube, if you have a VPN, because it's not going to show in the US on Concacaf YouTube, but if you don't have a way for watch it, you can just go into the Discord and watch it still. Because the pin link right now in the Discord, the Trinidad Cuba game showing if you want to watch it. So yeah, man, it runs smoothly. Almost 20 minutes gone. So basically, when this reach halftime, Jamaica game will start. Well, just about. Yeah. But I don't know where they Corey, but if you're there Jamaica, I think it's on like ESPN. If you're there America, it's on FS2, and I'm not sure what it's on in like Canada. But it's showing at this Discord anyway. So you can just click on the pin link in the comment section and you're good to go. Yeah, man. So yeah, let me know, people. Drop some more score. We say a 3-0 Jamaica. We say a 1-0 Jamaica. Do you think that we'll be able to keep a clean sheet based on what you saw in the first game? Or because we haven't changed anything really defensively besides not having Amari Bell play. The centre-back pairing is the same. Now, you could argue that, you know, having Hayden as the 6 might help a bit based on, you know, him perhaps playing the role positionally better, especially in like transition defensively and stuff. He might not have the pace, but I would think his reading of the game and understanding of situations would be a little bit better than McCullough's. So does that help in our defensive transition to be more solid, maybe have better numbers, so we're not overloaded in any way when they transition on us? And that's 1-0 to Trinidad. Good play down the left. Easy cross and finish. So Trinidad, well on their way to booking their ticket to the Gold Cup. Good play down the left side there. And the cross was whipped in. I'm trying to see if that was Trimingham. Not Trimingham, but Hospitales who did that on the left. But I don't believe it was him. Trying to see which player that is. Oh, it is Hospitales, you know. So that's the Montego Bay United left back setting up the goal. Good work. Charles Brahma said 3-1 to the Reggae Boyz. All right, 3-1 is good enough for me. That gets us to the Gold Cup. That's the goal. So Isaiah Lee gets the goal in the 22nd minute for Trinidad. So it's 1-0. So Trinidad up 3-1 and aggregate in the tie. Also up a man in the second leg. So it's looking really good for Trinidad right now. Still 0-0 in Martinique. So it's going nicely. I don't understand how the JFF instant put the squad. That's a bit strange, you know. Thought I would have put it out by now. So activity said 2-0 or 3-1 Jamaica. All right. So either way, we are win by a few goals. All right. So activity hopeful. Why? I don't know, man. I need to see a better performance out of the midfield area. Well, so activity, the simplest way is if you just click on the pin link in the comment section. Now, you're not going to get no commentary because we can't turn up the volume inside the Discord. But the game is running in there now, the game that's playing now, the Trinidad game. And as soon as the Jamaica game starts, I will flick over to that one. But that's the easiest way. But I don't know which party there. Tell me which party there, so activity, and me tell you. If you want to find out on TV before watch it, me tell you. People, just make sure not smash up the like button for me. I never even share the damn video, and I'm just turn on the camera and press stream. It's all good though. People then go forward. I don't know why I feel so nervous, you know, people. I don't know why I feel so nervous. But what you guys feel about Warner Brown getting the start over Bowser, people? Let me know in the comment section. How you feel about Warner Brown getting the start over Bowser? Those are my two questions based on the lineup. Bless up Hot Chili, what go on? We say we had dodge headache through a club side them now play, but why? It's like we just love the punishment, you know? We're forward again for some more headache. So Brahma say him shocked. So what do you think? I mean, because for me, you know, I'm always a proponent of the levels of the game. Always. But I don't know why I'm to Shamar, brother. The man not moving on the pitch. He just look disengaged. He's not playing the way he should play. And Warner Brown, yes, it was a cameo. But he looked sharper. He just looked sharper. He's off the ball movement. He had a cross coming that he could have done better with a header. He had another chance coming that he didn't get the right connection on. You know, look, he didn't set the place on fire. He didn't score a brace or anything. But you have to admit that just his overall presence and movement provided something different for us in that little time. So, I don't know, man. If as Rob Smith said up top, he said, listen, there's no point putting the players in the team if you're not going to try them or trust them or use them. So he gave him an opportunity at the end of the last game. He played well, earned us the penalty, which have us feeling better about ourselves going into this game. So he did something to reward him for that, you know. And Bowser is the one that's tried and tested in terms of, you know, we've had big games in the past that Bowser has delivered, especially the Canada game. That's probably the biggest goals he would have scored for us, right, to get us to that Nations League finals. They call it Nations League finals, but the semi-finals, right? But is that enough? Is that enough really to say, okay, you had a shocker, and it's been a few now for the Reggae Boyz, in a row, It's been a few Reggae Boyz games in a row where we are wondering what's wrong with Boza. Think about the last time when he was, he hadn't made the move to Mexico yet, and he wasn't playing much in Russia, and he came and everybody was saying he looked a bit overweight, a bit leggy. He's not running the same, moving the same off the ball. And that has kind of continued into this window. And at some point, if you're going to call up any other option, you have to give that other option a chance, especially when you look at what he did in the last game for his 23, 24 minutes or whatever it was that he was on the pitch, plus injury time. So I have no issue with Warner Brown starting. I mean, it is a move that is kind of surprising because I didn't think he would have the guts to make a call like that. But I don't see it as a bad call, to be honest. I mean, now, of course, the proof will be in how the game turn out and how he looks in the game and how he plays. But I am not totally shocked with that decision. Now, the one that to me is a little more surprising is the fact that King keeps his place over Damian Lowe. We have seen in the past different windows, Lowe has always been ahead of him in the pecking order. Maybe it's a case where, he doesn't think that Lowe coming back into the team helps right now just because of the continuity factor. King has been training with Pinnock and they've been working on the partnership. But if I'm being totally honest, it doesn't look like that partnership is truly in sync. So we have seen Lowe and Pinnock play, seen them, keep clean sheets together. So I'm just surprised that he didn't go back to Damian Lowe and Pinnock for this one. That to me is more surprising than the forward one. So which one is more of a surprise? I'm going to actually ask this poll in the comment section, because it kind of is something where me I wonder for real. All right. What is more surprising? Warner Brown starting or Damian Lowe bench? Let's start the poll. Yeah, people. So I'm going to ask a question there. What is more surprising? Warner Brown start or Damian Lowe bench? Let me know, people, because me can't vote on it. I'm not get a vote. I'm wickedy. I'm not get a chance to vote, people. I want to vote too. Me vote Damian Lowe bench. That's more surprising to me. You see how life funny, brother? Enough time me I cuss Damian Lowe, Enough time. But let's see. One King play better today. Since he might play, just play better, King. Just play better today. And actually defend. If you have to defend, just do a defensive action, please. Cuba with a half chance there. They might as well go for it. They don't have nothing to lose. We say, predict this time. Please. Did we see something really significant that justified the decision? Also, it's always easier to look sharper when you have less expectation. Yeah, that is true, Charles Brammer. So do you think that the expectation automatically changed just because him start? Or like because he know that people not really expecting him to do anything, he still don't have the pressure? Let me know. Because I don't know, he might just have that feeling like, I don't have nothing to lose. Them people don't think I'm good enough for there. I play. So let me just prove myself, Who knows? But you're right though. There's more expectation today, I would think, because he's starting the game than coming off of the bench, for sure. Canada match, yeah, that's when he would show up. Bless up Chris Smith, let me know. I have a poll question on more. I know what you guys think, Just look on the poll and let me know. Bless up Coach, Wagwan, bless up Chris, bless up Martin. 2-1 JA wins, Martin. All right, so Martin, I drop him score from early. Well, not even early. We have what? 22 minutes. So yeah, it's time. It's time to be dropping your score prediction. I can't believe this joke coach bench low and start bug King. Him not good. So Chris Smith is not having it. He don't want King to start, none at all. So we in trouble with King in defense. MF want to know if we know the reason for the benching. Well, I would think it's tactical, MF. I would think it's tactical. I would think he assessed the situation and said, listen, this was the centre-back pairing we used in the first game, and I don't want to change it. So, Kyle Ming is in the squad. Richard Edwards, he's on the bench. Coach, he's on the bench. They did call him, but I think they call him as a right back. I don't think they really call him to play centre-back. Since him gone Mount Pleasant alone, right back him a play. I know when he was at Cavalier, he was basically playing centre-back. Because once King left and went overseas, he was playing centre-back instead of King. Bless up namesake, Wagwan. We're there, bro, about for trying not to get too stressed out, We have our refreshments ready to go. Yeah, man, coach. Him dep on the bench too. But I don't think the coach see him as a centre back. Because when we played Trinidad the other day, this is Terrapin, Hopsecutioner. Yeah. Representing for Georgia today, Athens to be exact, I think. I think that's where that brewery is. So yeah, a bit of a happy one today. Oh, that wasn't Hospitalis that made that assist. The next player that. Trinidad looks comfortable. Look like Trinidad are going to do it, people. I'm up 1-0 and them just knock it. I might have to take in some of the Suriname game, Because the one don't look like it really go. People, just click the pin link in the comment section if you want to watch some football while we're taking the show. I will have the Jamaica game running in the Discord for anybody having trouble finding it wherever they are. Yeah, man, it's a good way to just have a way for watch the game if all else fails. Hazy little thing. Yeah. That can go on. That can go on. Cheers, my brother. The game starts in about 19 minutes. 19 minutes. Bless up Punroy. What go on? MF asking, is Holgate injured? I feel like he is, In the press conference, he mentioned it. Let me look in my notes. This man talk a lot of things, MF. I have to make sure I write them down so I don't forget, So, let's see. Injuries. Yes, he did mention Holgate. I forget what he said it was again. But yeah, he has missed. If you look at Holgate recent games and stuff, he has missed. He played on the 15th, but I think they had another game after that. He didn't play that one. Or maybe not, He might have picked it up in this game. Yeah, so that's the last game they played. He played this game, the 90 minutes, but then something did reach him afterwards, like after the game. Because he was mentioned. He mentioned Deshaun Bernard, we know about, a long-term one. Greg Lee been out for a little while as well. Holgate, Antonio, of course, and Romario Williams. Those were the 5 players that he named had injuries. And then, of course, he said Lowe had to miss the first game due to personal reasons, but was on standby for the second leg. So, yeah. So Holgate was listed as injured by the coach. But yeah, MF, you think a joke thing, brother? Him not gonna trick me, with him, cause yeah, trust me, him not gonna trick me, bro. 2-0, yeah, man. One rotten. I remember there was somebody did make up a stupid name one time in the comment section of a JD channel. Devil 2-0. So yeah, I must say one of them devil toenail the Holgate have. Chris Smith said no, he's not. Well, he did play the last game that they played. So let's see. Let's see how it go for the next one. This St. Vincent window was just King time, King was just supposed to get the bus. Oh, poor giveaway by Cuba. Empty goal. And that's a brace now. Isaiah Lee with his second. 2-0 Trinidad. This one getting ugly. I switch over to the Suriname game though, car in the Discord. So if you're watching in the Discord, get a footage of the warm-up people. Yo, Sabina, I'm placing up people. I score some big goal on the field, Think a joke thing. You think we just turn on camera and know nothing about ball and can't play ball. Yo, ask people. I'm to. Do I talk happy? My clap to the crowd for that one day. Still no goal over Suriname, Martinique. Channel. King is not supposed to be in Jamaica team. He's not good enough. I hear people saying King better than Holgate. Are these people crazy? I believe so, if that's what they're saying. Charles Brahma said, JD mentioned a few people, which I would like to see again. Alva Spoil and Speedy. We need coach to give them a look again. Well, I remember every time we draw for players out of the USL, when you look at how Speedy compared to them in the league, Speedy is so much more well respected. Everywhere you go now, he does captain the team. The man just reached this team, now he's the captain. So I just don't understand it. If you're going to get players from that league and you have a Speedy in there, it don't make no sense. Alva Spoil and Cincinnati, yeah, he might be like a rotational player now, but he's been holding on his contract in the MLS when a lot of the other players have to be going back down to the USL. Not quite staying up in the MLS. So he's holding down his contract. They just want to use Pinnock to sell King. I guess the way they look at it, look at who he's playing centre back with. He's playing a centre back with an EPL starting player, a player that statistically the last few years been in the team of the season. So, that is a great thing to say, that you played with this guy. But I don't know if any team in them right mind just going to pick a player because the guy wouldn't play with good. I don't think that's going to help. MF challenging Chris. He said, are you saying the coach doesn't believe King can get the job done? If I say it, God dog name with supper. Well, look, the coach says a lot of things, but I would have loved to know. I mean, if you study like a body language expert for see them coach when them talking, that might be a good show, people. I get a body language expert and we'll play the press conference. I will ask them what him think. Do you think this man is telling the truth right now? Yeah, man, just ask him straight up. Do you think this man look like him telling the truth? He might say, well, based on how him right eye just flicker. Yeah, bro. Sometimes we don't know if they might not believe themselves when them talk about certain things. I remember when they were gonna have the Trinidad camp, I asked the question, I think it was on JD show, and I said, yo, what's really the purpose of these camps, right? And I remember at the time we saying, yeah, it's a good thing because the fans will get to see the players that them say week in, week out in the JPL play some international matches, right? And most of us were saying, yeah, it's just an exercise to just, give the fans something to cheer for of some players that them know firsthand. And it turns out that camp really was like a justification for the coach to pick players, because he has mentioned in every press conference since this squad has been picked how great it was to have this camp in January. How much he got to learn these players and the players that he has at his disposal locally there in Jamaica. So without that happening, maybe there's no justification for it. So as when I was trying to downplay it, saying, listen, if him can get a 1, 2, 3 gems, great. Or not even gems, but just 3 players him think can help him. But turns out it was 9 players that he got to help him, which became, I think, 10 once Demario had to join. So the next time a camp like that is held, I guess we don't need to ask the question why it's happening. It's just basically justification for when the team get picked now. Them can't really cuss him because he had a camp with them and everything like that. So whatever happened to Mario Hutchinson, under 21 for England just the other day, not coming over. Corey, I don't believe he's gonna come back, because I don't think this kid's career is gonna stall, and he's on the trajectory to get into the first team. Now I think it's gonna be important for him if Ipswich do make the drop down. At this point, I know he's basically a main player at Ipswich, so it will just be on what happens in his career, because I think once he stays in the Premier League, he'll continue to be on that trajectory of making the youth team, and eventually you continue working, you're gonna get to that first team as well. And I think he does have the talent to get there. I think he just needs a little bit more confidence. I think he don't realize how much he can really affect the game. Because you can see in moments and spells he looks like ridiculous, but I don't think it's quite sustained. And that could be as well Ipswich Town. I mean, he's playing for a team that's struggling in most games. So how much can you really, influence a game from the role that he plays in a team like that? So I would love to see him get a chance in a maybe more of a mid-table type team, a team that's maybe on the cusp of making it to Europe or something like that, and just see how he operates in a team where they have more of the ball and they're not defending all the time. That would be interesting to see with Omari. But right now, I think it's looking bleak for him to play for Jamaica, brother, just to be honest, because he's in the England system now. He's learning the coaching, learning the system that they use, and that can be influential, and he's seeing Miles Lewis-Skelly. He's seeing one year play alongside him who probably is close to Tuchel's starts at this point. He just scored again with Amari in that game. So he's seeing the opportunities being there. And Tuchel don't seem like him have any issues. I mean, one time I looked at that pitch for England and it's pure black man playing. So, Declan Rice is an honorary black man, kind of no dancehall music and things. So, yeah, besides Pickford, a lone black man in the field at one point. Literally. Pickford and Rice, and Kane. Everybody else. So I don't think Omari will be forwarded anytime soon if he does forward again. I think if we had dealt with him properly when he was with us, this wouldn't even be a conversation, but that's another story for another day. If you notice, when players go overseas like Dixon, they say, if can make team with Antonio, Leon, Bailey, and Gray, he must be a good player. Yeah, so basically it's what they do, Chris. They just connect the players with the other players and make it look better and in their resume and stuff. That would be mad to pick a player based on who he plays with. Yeah, MF, I know that's what Chris Smith's saying that they're doing, and I think that's just ludicrous of them to even think that would really help, But I guess that's a part of their selling point, That is very true. The Irish connection with Jamaica is strong, so yeah. Well, MF may have cousins have the same complexion like Rice, So I've never really been somebody that places a lot of emphasis on that, just because it don't make sense to me. My family is all mixed up like that, so it don't really matter. All right, people, we are 8 minutes from kickoff now, so let me get my TV screen where it needs to be. I think I'm just going to watch it from, I'm not sure where I'm going to get people, because sometimes the stream them not quite line up the way I want. So since people are watching it and discard me, probably, stop the nonsense. The man made his decision. It wasn't about any treatment. Mine brought in at 18 and I'll put him right into the starting lineup. Hall put who in the starting lineup? It's not Hall in the play for. In the play for Hal Grimson, didn't he? Wasn't those games against Trinidad under Hal Grimson that he came for? Are you talking about when Paul used him in Catalonia? Because I ain't talking about that time. That time was fine. He played that and came back. I'm talking about the time when he came back. Yeah, but he came back to play again after the Hall time. When's the last time you see him come to play? No, with Hal Grimson. So not that I'm talking about that specific time. Harken your mind back to that time. Large up, Miss Melina. Big up, big up, big up. It's match day, Miss Melina. So you don't know we have on the jersey and we're ready. Even though time for my upgrade, This is the old jersey. But not even. I mean, I like the new one, but I kind of prefer this one, to be honest, to the new one. Yeah, I know same play for Hall first, man. But I just say, like, what I'm referring to in terms of not treating him properly, that occurred in those two fixtures. Yeah, for all intents and purposes, right now it's not even a talking, it's not even a discussion to me. Because there's too much there's just too much foolishness that go on. As much as Rob now want to say it or admit it at least, because we definitely had a part to play. We can't absolve ourselves of any wrongdoing in the whole situation, you see me? Because based on what we know and have heard out of that camp, there's a lot of things that would have transpired that would have made me have pause to dedicate my future to this program. That's how I mean step on that. You can't always assume that, because basically people said like that whole thing was just him trying to use us to make England know him serious. And like, to me, I'm just like, bro, you think the man would have fly across the world just to prove that point there, bro? It don't even make sense. It don't even make sense. At one point in time, heart of hearts, he wanted to play for Jamaica. That's why he did it. So what? So what, I don't know why people think it's just automatic that once him choose England now, I just that thing didn't want to do from beginning. The man would have never forward in the first place if I that thing didn't want to do it. Look how much player from England who want to play for we, that are not from who born in England, who we want to play for us, and they don't ever come and play not even a scrimmage or nothing. And the man played 3 actual games. I was still say, oh, I use we and them something. It don't make sense, bro. It don't make sense. Charles say he made a good business move. He tested the waters, didn't get what he would like, and now he's looking like a stud for U21 team. Whatever happened to that one player we called up and he didn't show up? Oh, Kadamateri. I don't even think Kadamateri in the youth teams right now. He left the championship and got loaned this season to well, I know he's injured right now, so let me not say he's not in the teams right now. He's not in the teams right now at any youth level for England because he had a season-ending injury. So he'll be back from his loan to Sheffield Wednesday next year, unless he makes a move. So the same never happened to Lambo, or he's too big of a star for that. No, the same didn't happen for Lambo. The same didn't happen for Lambo. In fact, if you remember, Lambo was like the one of the few ones from that camp that continued to play for us. So it was completely different for Lambo. Lambo didn't have any what was Lambo's competition at the time? We were searching madly for a right back. But the positions that Omari plays, there was quite a log jam. From the outside looking in, his handlers are quick to move him. He wanted to play under 20 for England, didn't make it. Somehow he left Arsenal, went Chelsea. The rest didn't cut it. Yeah, I know he wanted to play. He wanted to play for Jamaica U20 as well, but I don't know why that never gone. So yeah, it's been a lot of dealings with us and Omari over the years, and I don't think most of them ended up where Omari would have wanted them to end up. And by virtue of that, he has explored his other options, you know what I mean? But I think if we had played all the cards right, he would have been representing Jamaica right now. I honestly believe that. So it's close, you know, people. Warner Brown starting or Damian Lowe benching. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. All right, people, smash that like button, people. The goal on the stream tonight is 100 likes, people. It is possible. It is possible if all of you work with the thing and smash up the like button, people. We'll be running this for a while. The game is about to start. The team's walking out. Let's see how the crowd looks. See if I can hear some noise. Seems funny when he left right before being captied. So understand the other side as well. Yeah, look. I can't wrong somebody for having those thoughts, Rob Smith, because that's how they interpret it. I'm just saying, what's unfair actually to people that have this thought is a lot of them probably not privy to the information that I would have. And sometimes, Rob, it's difficult to come out with everything because since I wasn't involved like directly in any of it, I don't feel right as being the person. You know what I'm saying? So if at some point anybody want to come out with the truth and say it, then great. But those in the know and who seek out this type of information, they would know that some things did occur that could have been taken in the wrong way in terms of just some conversations, dealings and everything. And I think at the end of the day, I am somebody that's okay with because it's a fact that some of these situations are delicate and you have to make sure that you work through everything the proper way for it to actually reach where everybody who is a fan of Jamaica would want it to reach. And I think sometimes we kind of miss that and we try to treat every situation the same, and it's just not like that's not life. I mean, if you look at any team, right, you're going to have your personalities in the team that are the ball of them or whatever the case is. Some coaches don't like that in their team. Others know that, yeah, this man, I'm probably going to have to like give him a little more rope because he is the man, We saw that with Hal Grimson and his players as well, where it looked like maybe some of them took off a bit more rope than what he was even giving them, and they got punished for that. But I think that too often we just deal with the people in like a mad way, and we expect them to just understand. But I don't think that that's how everybody thinks, and we can't force people to think like that. I don't have that information, so I have to deal with what I saw. Fuck yeah, that's what I said. I can't beat you because you have the face value of it, which on the surface it could look, based on what you know of the rules of caps, it looks a way that he would have stopped playing at a certain point, Discard feed match now work. What? Oh, sorry. I never switched it yet. My bad. I mean, they are chat. And the man them just, I miss none of the coverage, big boss. Don't worry yourself. See it, Make sure the whole screen did it. All right, people, the discard is up and gunning. Let me skip this. All right, boom. So there's the starting lineup. So they do have it how I thought it would be. Gray in the midfield, Cephas wide right, Bailey wide left. I think that will be flipped the other way. Yeah, so this is how I see it as well. So it looked like Latibo there on the right and Dexter on the left, which is what I thought. So Mans didn't buy the coaching license, people. Even though I don't know if I want to say that I'm doing the same thing that this coach doing, because I think people would really rate me that much. I think this ref is an American ref, either American or Canadian. Let me check. Let me know if the Discord is good. It should be. It should be good. Anybody inside the Discord that's still in the chat, let me know. Alright, so I'm gonna have their lineup right as well. No change really. Everything the same except for one change. Shaquem Adams going to the bench. Stephen Pierce starting on the right. So that is it, people. So we are ready, people. We are ready, people. Let's go. Let's go. So based on this camera angle, we can't really tell how much fans there, because all we see are the Sabina Park field. There's no stands on that side. Oh, you want me full screen it? Well, I don't know if I can, Yeah, see, the problem is, if I full, boy, I need a next screen. Yo, I can't do that, bro. I'm sorry. I have to work with this. Because then, you see, my full screen it now. Because one screen me I work with, So I need to get my monitor and hook it up, No worry, man. Soon improve the things, bro. But for now, let's work with this. See? The biggest it gonna be my bro G. Boy, I know the press conference I got virtual tonight, but I wish we could have go in there and ask the man if Latibodir did fit in our first game. Alright, big up Corey, yeah man. We soon get that improvement then. I soon have my two screen them so I can full screen now and then it not affect my stream, Alright, Warner Brown. The man starting a big man. And me call for you start, So don't let me down, Man, I'm gonna revoke my analyst card, I'm a coaching card and badge, Alright, people. Kickoff is upon us, people. Let's go. Come on, Leon. Give you a performance tonight, no boss. No bother with the foolishness. Alright, yo, you see if me are the coach, if me are McLaren, I said that number 19 never give you the penalty. I him me attack as the game start, So I don't know what the wait is going on here. But we're waiting for something for kickoff. There's Alex Anderson, Danger Man. Can tell the man rate Jamaica and the man said. So Sifa starts out on this left side. Latibodir also on this left side. So what is happening? So is Latibodir actually playing left back? Alright, so Latibodir is actually playing left back. Okay, so I see what they're doing here. They have gone immediately into a back three in possession. Lati on the left. No, it's a back four still. This is pushed down the flank. Warner Brown does well to hold this one up. Drops it back to Cephas. Cephas now taking on one, beats one. Coming up to double team. Now they have, and that's through the legs. Good pass into the channel. Here's Damari Gray. Playing more central tonight. Let's see. This is chipped near post, and that's held by Christopher. And that went over the end line. So that went over the byline. So it's a corner kick. Terribly given away, to be honest, by the goalkeeper. The referee makes a signal how that's a corner. And I think it's the right call. He literally just carried the ball over the line. If he was standing in front of the goal, he would have put it in the goal. But it's a corner kick to the Damari Gray. Crowd looking a bit sparse in the George Headley stand and behind the goal. But this was Gray. Whips this one into the back post, and that's good catch this time by the keeper. Couldn't tell who was running in to try to get on the end of that, but couldn't quite get to it. And this is the first counter of the game. Decent numbers from Jamaica back, but here's Bobby Reed trying to stop Stewart. Stewart trying to beat the trap, but good trap there that time. King goes long down the line, cut out by St. Vincent. Here's St. Vincent on the ball, plays it central. Anderson cut out well by Pinnock. He finds Warner Brown in space. Brown plays it wide to Cephas. Cephas does well to control, has to go back though. This is to Latibo there, who is playing left back tonight. He finds Cephas now down the left. Cephas can take on Marshall. One inside as coverage as well. At third, tripling up now to the far post. Good shape on that one, but a little flat-footed that time was the striker. Maybe didn't expect that one. But it wasn't a bad shape on that cross, to be honest, by Cephas. And Cephas already showing his directness to start the game. We're in the second minute here. That's 2 crosses already put in the box by Cephas. Good pressing here from Warner Brown, putting him under pressure. Look at that. And he wins a throw-in for Jamaica. All right, people. Warner Brown putting the press on. Throw into Jamaica. On the right side, here's Dexter, throws it back to Bobby. Bobby playing a bit more of an 8 role tonight than a number 10. Let's see if we get a little bit more out of him tonight in that role. Here's Latibo there. Good pass finding Bobby Reed. Bobby Reed plays it wide now to Dexter. Dexter has one to beat. Goes back to Richard King. Into Bobby Reed. Bobby Reed. Into the channel to Bailey. Bailey turns well, but good tackle by Spring. Spring wins it for St. Vincent. Here comes, and this is well crowded out by Jamaica this time. Poor pass into the middle, but Hayden reads it well. Throws it back to Blake. Blake plays it wide. This is King. King down the flank. And that one is cut out by St. Vincent and played back to the goalkeeper. Barnum Bob cut that one out. Keeper finds Johnson. Johnson goes wide to Marshall. Marshall goes down the flank. Well cut out by Latibo there, but second ball won by St. Vincent, but poor pass. King wins it in midfield, plays it back to Pinnock, and Jamaica reset the ball. Hayden goes wide to Lembikisa, approaching the halfway line. Finds Bailey inside. Bailey goes to switch the flank. That's a good ball to Cephas. Cephas takes it down. Has 2 to beat now. Joseph has run across from his central role to cover. And that's a poor pass that time by Cephas. Another poor control by St. Vincent. Hayden wins it in midfield. Goes back to Lati. Lati plays it square to King. King beats one easily. Plays it back to Lati now. Lati to Hayden. Back to Latibo there. And that's good showing by Bobby Reed. He plays it back to King now. King goes long down the right-hand side. Gray in space, has one chasing him, and that's good strength from Gray. And he turns him, and it has to be taken down by Rogers. That was a good pass by King that time into the channel. The space was there. Was good power on it, so it didn't run away from Gray. And Gray did well to ride the challenge, beat him towards the penalty box. And the player panicked, did Rogers, and took him out. Didn't see him get turned, maybe not even one time in the first game, but in the first 5 minutes of this one, Gray does well to turn him on that right flank. So, free kick to Jamaica in a dangerous area down by the corner flag. All the big players are up. Pinnock, King, Hayden inside the box as well. So, let's see if we can convert one of these. We had one clear opportunity from one of these crosses last game, which Pinnock could only find the goalkeeper with. But let's see. This one looks like Bailey is going to play the in-swinger. And he wants a word with 2 players here. The man who gave away the foul and Hayden. And the band is getting to it in the crowd. But here's Leon again, resets the ball. Refocuses now to whip this one in. 2 players bunched up by the penalty spot. Here's the movement. Bailey, poor, hits the wall with the cross. Come on, Leon, man. Oh, handball? Oh, it's a throw-in. Okay. He was warming up Pinnock. Pinnock got warm up him. Pinocchio warm up him and them for the long throw. This is definitely a goal scoring tactic for Jamaica all the time, brother. That one is well cleared by St. Vincent. First touch, Lembikisa goes to the flank, good pass. Tried a one-touch pass there, did King, but didn't come off. King is holding him. And this ref not taking any talking. King asks him, where you call the foul for? And the man wants to tell him why. But yeah, he's got a good hold and he's with two hands. And then he can't believe he's being called for the foul. St. Vincent player holding him as well. Latibo there wins that one in the air. It's going to be a throw-in front of the Jamaica bench. See assistant coach Paul Simpson, again tasked with being on the touchline, barking instructions. Ezra Hendrickson doing the same for St. Vincent, the head coach. Latibo there wins that ball again. Here's Bobby Reed, second ball. Gray can't win the third. And St. Vincent tried to possess. That's a poor pass, but Marshall does well to beat two players, but he does too much after that. Tackled by Warner Brown. Here comes St. Vincent. First time they're really attacking the Jamaicans. Poor cross-field ball cut out by Lembikisa. Now it's back to the feet of Anderson. Anderson looks to turn on Lembikisa, trying to go down the flank, and Lembikisa this time does really well. I think he's wary of the threat and is much more up for that physical battle. And Anderson is adjudged to have fouled Lembikisa, which he disagreed with totally. Looked like Lembikisa just kind of lost possession of the ball, but he did catch him on his left foot there. So it was the right call by the referee. So this referee is really not taking any kind of talking. He's even talking to the captain of St. Vincent about talking to him. So don't know if he'll be card happy at some point, but he's having some stern talking to everybody. Jamaica trying to build in the back. St. Vincent engaging them pretty high up the pitch, but Jamaica beat the first line well. This is Dexter Lembikisa with miles of space, and he takes it down the flank. Here comes Bailey now. Good 1-2 with Lembikisa. Can he keep it in? And the ball was loose from Leon Bailey. Didn't quite connect the pass well enough, and it just ran out of play. He apologizes for that one. Definitely the space was there for the 1-2, but he just didn't execute it properly. So into the 10th minute now, 9 minutes and change on the clock. Jamaica yet to really trouble the goal of St. Vincent. Had a couple of dangerous, had one dangerous set piece that was wasted. But other than that, not much goal mouth action in the first 10 minutes. I will say that Jamaica looks a little bit more solid so far in defense. But let's see if that continues. Definitely looks like there's a little more solidity on the back line. Looks like Latibo there is really not pushing forward as well. Lembikisa has a lot more freedom down that right side, but it looks like, they're keeping that back three pretty much intact. And I think Hayden positionally will help as well, playing deeper in the midfield. This is St. Vincent. Could do well to keep that in play. And that's well played into the box. But that's cut out now by Damari Gray. He's back there defending. It's going to be a throw into St. Vincent. And that's a foul on Leon Bailey. And he's actually getting some protection from this referee that wasn't being given in the first game. And Anderson is upset about the call, but it looks like Bailey was really taken out severely there. And that's good that the ref is protecting him because, ooh. Now, if you remember the last game, there were quite a few early fouls by St. Vincent that I thought the ref didn't even call us fouls. And I really thought what would help Jamaica is a referee that was at least seeing the play, because I thought the ref missed a lot of chances. And you see the Jamaican fans in the crowd there. Not really the biggest turnout at Sabina Park, which was to be expected, to be honest. I think that performance, most fans would have seen it and perhaps been a bit turned off, But sad to see it. I wish they could get a few more people out there, but Jamaicans arrive late to most things. So hopefully, as the first half wears on, the place fills up a bit. But the band is out, so that's nice. And it looks like more people are turning up, to be honest. Seeing less and less blue in the crowd and the shots of the crowd. That's a good hold up by Cephas. He plays it central, but that's short and well won in midfield. That's Kanaya Joseph, and he's fouled from behind. And he's told to get up. He's told to get up by the referee. That's amazing. No, wait, it's a foul? Oh, him said the first one. Okay. I'm going to call the first one, not the second one. And we had decent coverage behind that play, but Bobby Reid not taking any chances. Could have maybe gotten a yellow card, but referee was lenient there. So it's going to be a free kick to St. Vincent. Very central in the middle of the park. This is clipped over the top, a free header, and that's just wide of the near post. Jamaica was not ready for that, to be honest. And Ezra Hendrickson knows that is a half chance there. It was a brilliantly flighted ball. Typically, sometimes there's not enough space to run in behind, but the flight on the ball gave the players the time to make the run. They timed it well, and I don't think the Jamaicans were as prepared to chase that ball as the Vincent team was. Jamaica in possession now. Here is Hayden. Hayden finds Latiba there, bouncing ball, does well to control, but the pass is blocked by Stephen Pierre. And Paul Simpson showing some tricks, but it doesn't come off. He didn't give it to the player. This is Latiba there now. He throws it back to Pinnock. Pinnock surveying the field. You don't need to go long. Good. Here's Hayden. Back to Pinnock. Pinnock under pressure. Does well to beat one. But then gives it away poorly. And they're in. Oh my word. King with a good block. But it's on Anderson's foot. And what a tackle by Bobby Reid. Very important there. And King gets spun again. Jeez and peas. King, defend no man. Pinnock gives away the ball. Neither one of the centre backs covering themselves in glory there, and that was almost a great counter by Blake. But good defending by Rogers again. Heads it back to his keeper. And all of a sudden, a track meet has broken out. Here comes St. Vincent now, in possession, down the line. This is Stewart this time, he's wide. And that's played off of Lembekisa for a throw. But ominous signs, St. Vincent come close on a set piece, and then a poor giveaway by Pinnock. King did well to do the initial block. Great tackle by Bobby Reid. But then King runs after Anderson and gets spun and gets into the box again. So Ezra Hendrickson has held his head twice as he has seen his team come close to getting the first goal, which is very important for them with their away goals rule. They would want to tie that up right away. Jamaica applying some pressure here. St. Vincent thought about going back to the keeper, but they keep it on the ground here to Stewart. He goes back now to Rogers. Rogers surveying the pitch. Jamaica now easing off their pressure. Can't quite trap them. This is good composure from St. Vincent, and they play their way out. Now it's Spring. Try to go down the line, but well blocked by Hayden this time, and it's going to be a throw-in to Marshall right in front of St. Vincent's bench. Good tackle from Cephas. Here's Gray. Gray inside to Bobby Reed. Bobby Reed looking for someone. Play it, no? I know, Bobby. Why it takes so long for that? Here's King. Going into St. Vincent's half now. Back inside to Bobby. Back to King. King does well to beat one. King going into their half. Plays it inside to Gray. Gray takes a touch. Now being pressured by two. Turns away from all of them. Looking for a pass. The ref said he's looking for that one. And then he can't. He basically shields Hayden from winning the ball. Pinnock plays it one time out to Cephas. Cephas look to take on his man. Now Marshall. And that's through his legs. But he can't get around Marshall this time. Marshall, it's not late in the game. He has some energy now to chase you. But St. Vincent getting into the game now. I think that chance on the set piece really, got their energy going. And they have been the better team in the last few minutes here, to be honest. Here's Marshall. Goes down the wing. Beats one. Played inside to Spring. Way too much space for Spring to pick a pass over the top. This is Anderson. And he is flagged for offside. Anderson said he wanted it just a beat quicker than that. He would have been onside. But right call there from the assistant referee. Just went a half a step too early. And the fans continuing to file into the stadium. And that should have really been a foul. Blatant push in the back there. And Gray's asking the ref about that same thing. I guess he deemed to be looking for that foul a bit too much. This one goes long to Warner Brown from Pinnock. And then that is called as a foul this time by Damari Gray on Spring. Gray might have talked his way into giving up that foul. Sometimes you talk to the referee, he almost wants to call you for something after that. So at least I had some referees in my career deal with me like that. And if you can't tell people, I'm very opinionated. So when I was a player, I was the same way. Lembekisa wins the first ball. Barnum Bob shields Bailey, goes back to Joseph, now back to Stewart. Try to find Barnum Bob. Here's King. King plays it out wide to Bailey. Bailey does well to keep it in. It's cut out. Here's Lembekisa. Lembekisa plays it high to Bailey. Bailey flicks it on one time to Warner Brown. Warner Brown inside to Gray. Gray tries to turn on it but can't. And that's well played infield. Now to Hayden. Back to King. King over to Pinnock. Pinnock has Latibo there to his left. Free as a bird. Hasn't seen him yet. Goes over to King. King now advancing with the ball. Has Bobby Reed right in front of him. Plays it to him. Now back to King. Move out of the space there, Bobby. Good. Good ball up to Brown from King. Bailey over the top to Brown, and that's too close to the keeper. Went for the killer pass when it probably wasn't on there, Leon. Need more influence in the game from Bailey. Good shielding by Latibo there, and then a foul on Hayden this time. And that's a good ball. Good turn from Leon Bailey, and then he's taken out from behind. Wait, who you calling a foul on? So Bailey just fall down again. I swear, said the man kick him down, you know? We need a Roy Keane in our team. Light some fire under them boy. Right, man, I tell you. A couple of keys when we did that. We did up on JD show before we start, and I say, yo, the energy level, bro. The energy level, the intensity have to improve. And the good thing is I'm seeing a bit of improved intensity defensively, but attacking wise, we still have the same lethargic type of play going on. Like we have to move with a bit more speed. A bit more speed is what we need. Here's Richard King. Keeps it on the ground. Bailey to Dexter. Dexter goes long, and that's too long. Keeper will collect this one. Jamaica cannot get anything going. 21 minutes on the clock. Almost 22 now. Here comes St. Vincent down the right. Marshall cuts back on Cephas. And that's a good tackle by Cephas. Off of Marshall now for a throw into Jamaica. Yeah. All right, so here is Isaac Hayden. He goes to King. King advances with the ball, looking for a pass. It's like King always end up starting the play every time. Good pass this time to Gray in space. Now he goes wide to Cephas. Cephas with two in front of him. Overlap from, and that's a far post shot. Not a bad attempt, kind of in between a cross and a shot. The keeper was unsure where that one was going to end up. It's just wide in the end. But at least it's something. It's an action. And Cephas has looked the most likely so far, if we're being honest, to make something happen. Played out by St. Vincent. That's cut out by Bobby Reed. Throw into St. Vincent down the flank. Anderson being marked by King, and it's going to be a throw into St. Vincent. Damari Gray just wanted to win that one there, just kicks it out of play. I think they're telling him no need for that. We could have keep the ball. You don't business with that right now. So I'm defending. All right, this is thrown in. Good first touch there by Micah Joseph in the corner. Don't foul Dexter. Good defending here. Good team defending. Here's Bailey under pressure. And he just falls over there. The referee says, what you want from me? Nobody foul nobody. Good tackle, Leon. Good tackle, Leon. You have it in you. Turn and go forward. Yes, drive with it, Bobby. Play him now. Jeez, look how long. Throw into Jamaica. Play him long time, Bobby Star. And the man have to slow down him run. Some Vincy fans in the crowd as well. Look at that. Well, a few. And probably I tell him, hey, listen, calm down when you vex. When you make them challenge there, here. Cause Bailey, the way Bailey run down the challenge, they look like him want to put a foul upon him. Just end up making a good play. Long throw from Pinnock into the box. First ball one. Latiba there in between shooting and passing. Not sure what that was. It was a back pass to the keeper in the end. And he goes long with a throw. Well chested by Latiba there winning that one. Good exchanging passes with King. King forcing it again. But this might work out. Bad defending. Cephas. Oh, over Warner Brown. Not far enough to Bailey. Well controlled by Stewart. Good tackle again by Bobby Reed. Second ball. He's offside Warner. Don't give him. Good. Oh, well done, Warner. Finish. Oh, bit behind Gray. And I think Cephas was behind him as well. Damn. But good play from Warner Brown there in the box. Sharp. Good close control. Beating Rogers easily. And then Gray just couldn't quite sort his feet out. In the end, it was a wild attempt. Damn. Ball just behind him. But that's better there. King forced a pass and it worked out for us there. Bad defending. I don't know who he was flicking that back to. Good win in the air from Pinnock. Hayden wins the second ball. Bobby Reed wins that one again. Playing straight to Warner. Can he beat one? He's by one. Can he finish? Warner Brown! Brown! Give him a chance. Give him a chance. Oh, man. The man just finished that beautifully to the far post. What a finish by Warner Brown. My gosh. Yo, youth. And me say give you a chance, you know. And the people them can't believe you get the chance, you know. But look what you just do. What a finish as the band dances to that one. Brilliant finish from Warner Brown. Bobby Reed plays him through, takes it on his thigh, does well to ride the channels, looks up and just fires it to the far post. A clean strike as well. Bang! What a finish that hits the supporting stanchion in the goal. And no doubt about that one. Flies past Christopher into the far post. And that's brilliant striking from Warner Brown. It came right after good play inside the box when he beat his man and crossed it. And look at that finish from Warner Brown, people. What a goal, man. Big goal. Big goal. Big goal, bro. I'm a striker, so I love that finish. Far post never fails. Never fails. 1-0 to Jamaica, people. 2-1 on aggregate now. So let's see. Why am I have this thing on the screen like this? Yes, people. 1-0 to Jamaica. 1-0 to Jamaica. All right, back in action. Here comes St. Vincent down the flank. And that's a foul on Isaac Hayden. Isaac Hayden commits the foul on Dial Spring. Spring is everywhere on this pitch, man. Defending, attacking. I don't know what this brother fitness regime is, but he's one of the fittest people, brother. This man can't run non-stop, number 16 for St. Vincent. But big goal by Jamaica. Big goal. See here? Camera, please. People, this was bad timing. I have to eat something, so don't watch the food consuming, I should say. 1-1, bless up, you know, bro. Respect for tuning in, you know. Big goal by Warner Brown. That's a brilliant attempted play by St. Vincent. They went back post. The second ball was knocked back infield and Dial Spring again. He's the one who missed the near post with the header on the first one. And he's the one they target on that set piece as well. And he came inches close. Good ball through to Warner Brown. He's onside. And the keeper is out. Ooh, Warner Brown is feeling confident. He's feeling confident, people. Because if he execute that, I'm telling you, I love the instinct though. The keeper was off his line there. If you can get the right connection, that drop right near the goal. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. Yeah, man, stay focused. That is it. I have to stay focused. Still 0-0 on my side. Still 0-0 on my side. Still 0-0. Thank you, darling. Yeah, man, get a delivery, you know? A delivery, people. Like some teriyakis. Can work with this. Can work with this, you know? Yeah, man, I'm have to stay focused, man. That is it. So it looks like there's a player down on the pitch. Let's see. So 30 minutes gone. Showing some fans in the crowd. You can see the stadium getting more and more full by the minutes. So as I suspected, a lot of the fans just didn't turn up on time. To be fair, it's only 7 o'clock in Jamaica now, or just 7:30 now. So yes, people, I run the poll. I say, what more shocking? Low bench or Warner start? Me say low bench are the bigger shock. Because me would alright if him bench King today and play back low. But Warner Brown, I thought he deserved it based on the first game. And Bowser deserved to bench based on the first game. So, boy, this coach, I watch my streams them. See the man switch Bailey and Cephas now. That me there saying, just, oh gosh, Bailey Star. Control the ball, man. Down the wing. Pin up clears it. Out of play. Bless my food, people. People, don't judge me. It makes sense. Me do the stream and drop down because I'm tired. I'm not eat none. Yeah, people. Had to. St. Vincent on the ball. Flicked inside. This one's cleared by Latibodier. Latibodier looks so much more comfortable playing defending. Jeez and peas. It's like a different player. Every time I ever play defense, he play good. Every single time. King. Looking forward. Plays it inside to Bobby. Bobby with a good ball to Damari. Damari goes to Lats. Back to Pinnock. No, back to Hayden, sorry. Here's Pinnock now. Being pressed. It's better football from Jamaica though. Not a bad ball as well to Bailey in the channel. No need to. A good strip from Leon. Ha. Not the best execution. It looked like the right decision. Ah, that's a poor call that time, man. That's not a foul, ref. Yo, Nicholas, Wagwan. Bless up, bro. We're there. I consume some food and try bring it to the stream, you know? Again, make Latibodier defend, and we'll get an actual player. So much more comfortable anywhere on the back line. Just stop, put the man in the midfield, please. Long by Pinnock. Well done. Brown gets to this one somehow. Good ball on top of the box. Here's Gray. Gray with good close control. Far post is open. Good ball by Bailey. Reed. Headed to the far post or back across. Come on, Bobby, man. Good ball, Leon. Well, coach never just start Bobby Reed with Hayden from a long time, man. How much tackle Bobby Reed making in the first half here? And Hayden look more comfortable in another role there too. I don't know why the coach was just forcing to play McCullough last game. King. That one's a poor one that time. Controlled by Anderson. Boy, this man Bill for spin off a King. But good. Jamaica doing a much better job trapping the players when they're on the ball as well. Like multiple people are surrounding the players. So even if they get by one, it's a next few you have to worry about after that. Good gang defending. Blake doesn't trust himself. Goes wide. Latibodier does well. Controls it. Back to Pinnock. Come. Find a link, man, now. Too much side to side. Find the link. Yes. Good, Lati. Good. Hello. King. All right. Good. Good ball. That's much better, Jamaica. G's and P's, man. And you can pass the ball like that. All right, Bailey. Do something with it now. Yeah, man. Kill him. Good run, lads. Good run, lads. Ah, he kept it in. Bailey. Better quality, no? Sorry, people. I have to eat this food. Nice and warm, you know? Bless up, Flo. To go on. We're there. They are try commentate and eat at the same time. It's not really possible still, but I go and try it. Blake with a bouncing ball. Thank you, Blake. Just kick out the rotted ball. Good fight by Dexter. Wins it. Does well in midfield as well. Oh, looking for the switch. It was on. And good defending in the end by St. Vincent. Dexter couldn't quite get the angle on the pass. Look how Warner Brown hold up the ball. Put some respect on his name, man. Wanna play good. And it's not just the goal either. You see how ball a stick, man a run channel. Must I give you something? Yeah, man. Look like Warner might need to come off though. Hold him foot. Demi, pass the ball now, man. You really expect to score like with your body shape like that? Yo, the man you can shift, you know, brother. Oh, good foul by Hayden, and that time he won't escape. Yellow card. Maybe he never need to take that one still, you know. You should have saved that one if you are a real necessary one. Oh, this is horrible for Warner. This is horrible for Warner if him can't continue star. Man, I play good star. Damian Lowe, do the stretching properly now, man, and stop joke out the thing. Run it off, baller. Run it off. Well, it looks like Brown is going to try to run this one off, people. Hopefully he can do it. St. Vincent on the ball. Brown is back on the pitch. Let's see how his fitness looks moving forward. Come on, Leon, man. Secure with the ball now. Back to Blake. Blake clears. Cephas tried to keep that one, but good defending by Barnum Bob. So be a throw into Jamaica. Warner Brown trying to push through it, but don't think him gonna make it, yo. Still limping. So a player down for St. Vincent. Should be a throw into St. Vincent. I think as Barnum Bob was gonna take that one, he went down holding his leg. So looks like Barnum Bob will have to sub off. I think Virgin will be coming on. Like for like substitution, I believe. But let's see. They want him to hold off until halftime, I think. But he looks like he's ready to come off now. Spring whips it back post. Good defending. Good defending, Cephas. Good tackle. Good tackle as well. Micah Joseph. Here's Stuart down the left flank. Good tackle this time. I think Dexter got the block in there. Farpo, a free header. Why is he so free? Man is wide open at the penalty spot. Just couldn't get the header on target. Jamaica still playing with danger, boy. They have had 3 clear headers in this half, you know, and none of them not get on target, you know. So we get where. John, I hate it for Warner Brown time I got for forward off those stars. Man, score a goal, him look lively. Pretty sure him have to come off half time. Can't, every time him run him grimace. Maybe then can work on him half time. Good ball, Brown. Bailey. Going the wrong way. Good play. Bobby Reed. I love how you play midfield today. I swear. Wicked ball by Bobby. Oh, good beating by Cephas. Oh, what a save by the goalkeeper. What a pass, Bobby. What a play, Cephas. Yo, Cephas, you use your brain while ago, you know, because you do a nice little soft header for position yourself around the... Yo, man, rate what you just do a while ago. Good save, though, keeper. Into the channel. Smart play from Cephas, getting around his defender with the header. And then did well to steady himself, and that's a good reaction save. That's literally almost by the keeper, and he gets his left hand down somehow to put it around the post. My bad, Big G. Sorry, bro. You know what my style that. I don't think I have ever eaten on this stream before. Any stream I've ever done. So if you know say things get serious today, brother. I feel like I would have passed out on the stream if I not eat a while ago. I swear. And this is poor from St. Vincent. It's last. Oh, referee bails him out. I don't know how that's a foul. What did he do? I have to see that again, ref. I don't believe that. Them keep on show the same place in the crowd. I know a few of the people them. Tough. It's close. Bobby Reed into midfield. Warner Brown looks to have recovered a little bit from his injury. Here comes Hayden going forward. Who is covering the midfield now? That's how I'd love to know. Bobby Reed, stay back. Here's Gray. Down the flank. And the ref calls time. It's halftime in Sabina Park. 1-0 to Jamaica, courtesy of a brilliant strike from Warner Brown. St. Vincent has had their opportunities. They have skimmed past the post a few times. Dial Spring in particular getting 2 opportunities that barely miss. And then Stephen Pierre missing a good opportunity as well. The other threats have come from the usual. Alex Anderson getting in behind on that left side, causing problems. But Jamaica, I think, overall, a much more solid display in the first half. Bobby Reed making a huge difference in that midfield today, I think. Really controlling the play, and also giving us a shift on the defensive side as well, making some good tackles in the midfield. But overall, I think it's a better display from Jamaica in the first half, to be honest. Of course, it feels better that we're up 1-0. Maybe you could argue that we need to be creating a bit more opportunities for ourselves to score some more goals. But I just like the fact that we seem a lot more solid when we don't have the ball and they're attacking us. We seem to have much better numbers in terms of stopping the threat that they bring. So, look, I'm pleased with the first half performance, to be honest. Warner Brown got the chance, stepped up, gave us a goal, played well as well. Other than the goal, good in open play. I think Cephas has been good from the start, to be honest. I love the fact that the coach switched Bailey over to the left and Cephas to the right, just to give them a different look. And I think Gray has put in a shift at the number 10 role, in the central role. He has been helping out defensively as well, and he has been finding good pockets of space. We need maybe a bit more from him in the final third, but I'm just pleased with his work rate in the role, because that was one thing that people were kind of worried about when I suggested playing him central. But I think it's come off well. King, I think his decision-making, passing-wise, has been a bit better tonight than the first game. I think Pinnock has gone along a few more times than him, honestly. But yeah, I'm okay with it. I think the tempo has been a bit better. It's maybe not as fast as I would actually like, and I need to switch these two. I just realized that I have Dexter playing left, but it's really this way today. But yeah, that is pretty much how it looked. And as I said, the goal went to Warner Brown. So what do you guys think of that first half? Are you guys happy with the performance? You want more out of the team? Like, what do you guys have to say about that? Miss Melina, I totally agree with you. It's something that we Jamaican fans can't quite understand. I mean, I know obviously it's a much better setup at Aston Villa and all of those things, but at the end of the day, like, he should be giving us more in terms of goals and assists and just overall creativity and creating actions to score. St. Vincent final third, no end product so far. Yeah, that's true. They have had their little half chances as well. A couple of them coming from set piece opportunities, but some from open play as well. So we still have to be wary of what's going on. Yeah, man, Bigs G, Ush, bro. Me did raw, brother. May I tell you the truth. Rob Smith said not the worst half. Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't. I think we need to switch on a bit more from the set pieces. That's the main thing I would say. But I do like the balance a lot more in the midfield. I think Bobby Reed has and Hayden have just a much better understanding with each other. So we're not getting exposed quite as much in the transition. And I think also we're being much more technically sound on the ball. So we're not giving up as many transition opportunities. So it's twofold. I think and I think Latibo there just looks so much more comfortable anywhere in the back line. If you look back at the Nations League last time when we played the back three for 2 games, Latibo there was one of the best players in that team. If you look at, I don't think we've ever seen him play right or left back, but tonight he looks so calm on the side. I mean, the threat wasn't really coming down this side in the last game either, but I just like the way that Latibo there just seems to understand moving into space nicely. Like there was a play in the first half where we were kind of getting stuck in the build-up phase on the left. He just left that space and went central, and it created the overload in the midfield, and we were able to go break the lines after that. So I just like his awareness. You know, he just when it comes to like beating press when he's defending, even when he's just defending, period. Like even that play they're just showing now, a replay of the first half. He got into a position to play defense from left back. He ended up even closer to the goal than Pinnock. And here's the goal again. Good first touch. Does well to ride that challenge. And what a strike from Warner Brown, people. That was a brilliant goal. Brilliant, brilliant goal. Bobby Reed wins it, plays it up. The first touch was good into space, rode the challenge well, and that's from a faultless defender in the first game, number 5 from St. Vincent. That time he misjudged it terribly. And a brilliant strike, man. Brilliant, brilliant strike. I know it's just Christopher in the goal, but yeah. Yeah, Rob Smith, that's been the difference tonight, I think. They have split King wider in the build-up phase, where if we lose the ball, Pinnock and Latibode are kind of more central. So once the balls flip over to that side, one of two things happen. If Lati is wide, Hayden just drops and splits so that we have the coverage, and they're letting King be that outlet down the right side because they're pushing Dexter high up the pitch. So yeah, they have basically, because what was happening in the last game is Pinnock was split way out wide left, and King would be the man in the middle when we were trying to build. And they've kind of flipped that to where King is more on the right side now. So yeah, I've noticed that little tactical tweak. Brown is a guy who's scoring goals, and you can tell that from that strike. Yeah, agreed. Even before that strike, well, I think it happened right after that, where he got on the end of a ball and the keeper was off his line and he tried to get it over his head one time. I was like, yo, that's confidence. That's confidence. Yep, justified the start, Chile. Nothing more I can say. This course seems to rely heavily on individual brilliance versus developing a style of that suits us. Very concerning, not sustainable. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. I think in this game, we're finding answers to when they try to close us into certain areas on the pitch better than the first game by far. And I think it has a lot to do with the tactical tweak they did with kind of making Pinnock stay more central in the build-up and putting King right and Latibody left. And also having a 6 like Hayden and an 8 like Reed, I think is helping a lot more because they're understanding space a lot better. So if you notice, like, we've gone along to keep them honest, but it hasn't really been because we have no options. But we'll go along with a CR run and we want to try to play the pass. Whereas last time, I think it was just like after a while of passing back and side and side and side, we just said, okay, let's try a long one now. I don't think we're going long for the same reasons today when we do go long. You know what I'm saying? So I'm okay with it. I like that they're at least forming some triangles with each other and stuff like that. True, confidence is everything when it comes to strikers. He has played well all around. Need a striker option with pace and movement that can also do the basics, and he's taking his chance. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. All right, people, listen. I'm not telling you no jokes. I know it's halftime, so I was trying to get all the analysis out of my head right away because I do need to step away from the studio for like, I don't know, about 2 to 3 to 4 minutes tops. So I am just going to put this ad on the screen. And yeah, Direct passes, exactly. It's not so much just a wild hoof, you know what I mean? They're more targeted passes right now. I had one. Big up yourself, Sistrin. At the start of the lads, I don't want to see Bowser for a while. Give these guys a run, let him rest on the bench. Yeah, they did give them the start. We started slow, but we look good now. I like Leon floating around and see if our speed is impacting. Say, Vincent, he's opening up the game for us. Yeah, when the game first started, he was the most likely. We have to be honest. Like, he was doing the most in terms of putting the defense under pressure. But people, I shall return. Don't go nowhere, people. Keep on smashing the like button. Actually, there are other people doing the programming now, so go give some strength to other people as well. They don't know it's one big community. We don't really get along with everybody, but I say it go. We still not wishing the bad for nobody. So big up to everyone in the space putting in the work. I will be doing the same as well, but I need to forward and return in just a minute. Big up on yourself, people. All right, people, we're there. Second half just kick off. So I'm gonna miss nothing. Looks like Warner Brown did come out for the second half, so he's good to go. No substitutions of note, so the team stay the same. Looks like the wingers have switched back as well. So Bailey back on the right, Cephas back on the left. Big up to all the people that stayed around that brief intermission. Sorry about that, people. We're trying to multitask. Feel like a person again. Well fed. Cheers. Yeah, he has been outside Jamaica before. Can't stay. Oh, and that's a good, dangerous. Again, the set piece proves dangerous. Alex Anderson getting his head on that one, but straight to the keeper. And that's a definite foul that time on Gray. Late on the play that time, I think was Spring, but I'm not sure who that was. And Gray got caught that time. But Jamaica have to switch on from these set pieces, man. Too often they're winning that first ball. Yeah, I think he has some instinctual things that he does that I like. Good, decent close control as well on the move. It's those touches right before you shoot I sometimes worry about with Jamaican strikers. But he seems to have decent enough close control before he takes his strike, or before he gets his cross off. Yeah, he's in the same camp. Yeah, he's in the same exact camp. Alex Anderson has been at North Carolina FC since about 2019 or 20. So he was in League One with them, and then they moved up now. Because I think when they started, the goal was always for them to play 3-4 years in League One, and then eventually they would get pushed up to the championship. So he's playing his first season for them in the championship this year. So the USL Championship. But he's been in USL League One for years before this year. So Jamaica need to get going here in the second half. Finally, they're putting a few passes together. Here's Lembikisa. Down the wing, but that's too close. Brown challenged, but couldn't win it. There has been one sub on the St. Vincent side. Barnum Bob had to be replaced, and Bergin, who I thought would come in, did come in to play left back. So the number 2 Bergin replaced the number 3, and that is Barnum Bob. So one change made. Jamaica do have a corner now. So let's see what they can do. Here's the Mari Gray. Yep, first touch is the key. Most clinical strikers, they probably have a good first touch. I think that's an underrated part of Holland game too. In those moments when he needs a good touch to set up a shot, he usually gets it. Here's the Mari Gray. Whips it in. Good ball, but that's well defended again at the near post by St. Vincent. Dexter just hooks this one back into the box. Poorly played there. Brown does well to win that second ball. And he does well to track back and win the next one as well. Here's Latiba there. Here's Dexter in the center circle. Goes wide, and that's a poor pass looking for Gray. It's going to be a throw-in on that side to St. Vincent. Pinnock limping back into position. Hopefully he's okay. It'll be a throw-in to St. Vincent. Marshall over on that right side. He throws it in. Latiba there fighting with Stewart. And it's going to be a... So it looks like similar to in the first match. In the second half here, they have switched Anderson to play through the middle. Pierre has gone over to this left side, and Stewart is gone onto that right side. So we saw something similar at halftime of the last game where Stewart and Anderson basically switched. This time, Pierre has gone to the left, Stewart out to the right, and Anderson is now playing central forward for St. Vincent. So let's see how that changes things at all. Just make that tactical change on the screen so you guys know. I will take off Barnum Bob and bring on Bergen to play left back. So that's what we're currently looking at on the tactical screen. Still 1-0. Here comes St. Vincent down the left. King plays it back to Blake. Blake being pressured, does well to find Pinnock. Pinnock turns at the top of his box, poorly gives it away again to Marshall. Marshall on the ball, he finds Kenaya Joseph. Joseph tries to turn on Bobby Reed, but that's well won. And here comes Warner Brown, one to beat. He's in on goal. And he's taken down. And the referee believes that that's nothing. So no call made at all. It looked like Brown had the beating of his defender. But it looks like the ball might have gotten caught just under his feet a bit. Would love to see the replay of that one though. Here comes St. Vincent now. Too much space for Marshall. He can whip in across. Top of the box. Pierre is wide open. Poor first touch. King tackles it away from him, and now King gets it from Lembikisa. King being pressured. He goes long to the left side. That ball is on, and it's going to work. It's under it is Cephas, but good defending that time from Johnson. Wins the ball before Cephas can get it under control. Here's that replay. That last touch went a little too central. Gave him that chance to win the ball. Just showed him a bit too much of that one there. I see about 80 of you in the building now, people. Please do smash the like button. The goal for this stream is 100 likes. I think we should be able to get there, no issues. So please, please, please. Yeah, that last touch before the challenge 1-1, man. Just show him too much of the ball. Damari Gray on top of the box. Shielding Spring. What a pass to Bailey. Can Bailey finish on his right foot? No, he can't. His standing foot moved the ball out of his way to shoot. Jeez, peas, Leon, man. King being told to just calm down by the coach. Here's Gray. Gray doing well to find space in midfield here. Hayden is free in midfield. King plays a 1-2, but Gray gets the second one into Hayden. Hayden now goes wide. Back to Hayden. Hayden now to Reed. Reed does well to find Bailey, but he can't connect. And that's cleared by St. Vincent. King wins the first ball. Reed tries to flick it on, but it's won by St. Vincent. And now St. Vincent tried to possess. Good ball from Spring, and Spring is on his way again to receive the return. He does. And that's good stepping up by Latibo there. But then he gives it away. But then good midfield play by Hayden. Hayden attacking, driving forward. Played it behind Warner Brown. And that's going to be a foul on Hayden from behind. And I believe it's going to be, is that Marshall? Yes, it is Tristan Marshall who gets that yellow card. He was tracking back there, lunging in late. And after the ball was released, he ended up catching Isaac Hayden. Took him out, actually. After it was a poor pass from Hayden, to be honest. It was behind Brown. Brown couldn't do much with it, but Marshall bails us out for the free kick and the yellow card as well. So a free kick to Jamaica. It's going to be quite a distance away. I don't know if this will be a driven one towards goal. Probably better for an angled ball into the box. They're having a discussion over the ball. Bailey Gray and Bailey Gray and Bobby Reed. So we'll see what they come up with here. Not much activity on Jamaica's bench. All the players just sitting watching the game at this moment. People, please do smash that like button, people. Smash that like button. So Bailey leaves the scene. Now it's just Damari Gray behind this one. Looks like he's going to attempt to put this one on target. It's a good 35 yards, I would say, out. Or 30 or so. Here's Gray. Strikes it right into the wall. Ricochet goes back to Lati. Tried to play it to Gray, and I think Lati and Gray thought it was deflected out off of a player from St. Vincent, but neither the assistant or the main ref saw that, so it's a throw into St. Vincent. Stewart does well to hold off Latibo there and play it inside, but that's a poor pass. Warner Brown collects, goes wide to Bailey. Bailey looking to beat one. Does well to cut back onto his left foot. Looking to shoot. Can't. Drops it to Reed. Poor decision going wide to Cephas. Jamaica win the second ball. It's back to Cephas now. He's being double teamed now. Had one. Now that's played back to Gray. Gray back to Lati. Lati on his left foot. Whips one into the box low. That's cleared out by St. Vincent, and it's going to be a throw into Jamaica on the far side. Pinnock will take it quickly and throw back to Blake. Jamaica look to reset the play. Goes back to Pinnock. Pinnock shift to the right, bro. Oh, well done, Hayden. Hayden splits the two centre backs just to give another option on that back line. Now it's played wide to Dexter. Dexter looking upfield. Decided to go back to King. King goes central now to Pinnock. Pinnock looking diagonal down the left. This is going to be to Cephas. Cephas does well to control. He has one on him. It's only Marshall. Now getting doubled by Spring. He cuts inside. Can he get it off a shot? Tries to cut back. And then that he's called for a handball there. Demi's upset that he didn't let that one off. He was being tracked by about 3 players. Tried to cut back onto his left foot. Lost his footing. And in the end lost the ball. And yeah, that was a clear handball as well. No, not intentional, but definitely blocked the clearance with his hand. Hayden coaching up Cephas there, giving him some points. I like to see that. Veteran player talking to the more youthful player there. Action on the St. Vincent bench now. As I said before, nothing going on. What is Leon's apprehension reshooting? I just feel like every time I go to shoot him, losing footing. Like almost every time. Getting some more shots at the crowd here. And that's Rogers receiving treatment. I keep calling this man Rogers and him named Charles. That's Charles receiving treatment. Tall, skinny centre back from St. Vincent. I thought he was one of their best players in the first match. Hasn't been nearly as dominant in this one. Warner Brown proving a much more worthy opponent. Well won in the air by Latibo there. Cephas drops it back to Hayden. Now Reed. Tried to find Cephas one time, but wasn't the best ball. Marshall goes forward, but that's way too far forward. Then he fouled again. No call. Play on, says the referee. Here's Gray. Exchanging passes with Reed. Reed does well to keep that one alive. Now Dexter. Dexter does well to find Hayden. Hayden being pressed, but controls the ball well. Plays wide to Cephas. Cephas now has one-on-one. Cephas, do not wait. Just go by him. Cuts back onto his right foot to the far post, and that's too close to the keeper. Damari Gray, just Bill, man. Don't throw up your hand every time you get the ball, big man. So pump down the line, and that's a poor first touch by King. Gets away with it though. Won the second challenge. Bobby Reed back to Dexter. Dexter into Pinnock. Pinnock decides to play the diagonal to the left. Well, good first touch by Cephas. Cephas back to goal. Drops it to Hayden. Hayden now to Lati. Lati down the line. No one really there yet, but just didn't see much option. But that's a good win by St. Vincent. Turns in midfield with acres of space. Spring running into the space. Now goes wide. Too much time to cross to the back post. And Pierre lost it in the lights, I think. Yeah, he's telling everyone he lost it in the lights. 60 minutes on the clock here. Blake asking for more from his team. A little more urgency, a little more running. This one's thrown into Blake. Blake to Latibo there. Latibo there down the line. This is Cephas. Back to Lats. Lats into Pinnock. They're really not pressing us. They're just kind of trying to block channels right now. This is a long diagonal to Bailey. Bailey does well to beat one. Here he goes down the line. Has Dexter. Dexter has Bailey again down the line. Uses him. Being pressed now. Almost loses his footing. Almost plays it out of play, but stays in somehow. Now played back to Bailey. Bailey has one to beat. It is Charles. Can he beat Charles? He can. Whips it in low. Good ball to Gray. Gray drops it off to Bobby, but poor layoff. Here's Cephas. Everything's a bit narrow for Jamaica. Cephas shoots. Ball is too far under his feet that time, but that's better play from Jamaica. Good movement of the football. Moving St. Vincent side to side. I think even though the shot didn't result in a goal, I'm sure the crowd could appreciate that last move. Good connection, good passing, good movement. Just need to create a bit more clear opportunity next time. And that one was out of play, throw into Jamaica. Can see St. Vincent players getting a bit frustrated here. Haven't really been able to create much apart from the set piece in this second half so far. Jamaica really controlling things. Here's Pinnock, another long diagonal to the right. And Bergin didn't get anything on that one. It's going to be a throw into St. Vincent. Bergin throws it down the line. That's one by Jamaica. Here's Bailey. Turning back to the corner. Cuts back out of traffic and now gives up a throw to Jamaica. And we'll take our time here. I think it's going to be the long throw from Pinnock. Or maybe not, is it? Yeah, Pinnock is coming up for the long throw. So Jamaica will set up the set piece again. Here is Pinnock. Goes short this time to Bailey. In space. Has Pinnock wide. Bailey must have never played with him. Plays it to his right foot. Good control by Bobby. Bobby far post. Ooh. I took a deflection and went further wide. Keeper didn't look so confident that wasn't going in the far post. But it did take a deflection, so it's going to be a corner to Jamaica. But even something as simple as that, people. Pinnock a shape like he want to whip in the ball with him left. And Bailey just play the ball down the wing. Make him have to play it with him right foot. He end up with a good cross off his right foot, to be honest. But them little details, man. Know who your teammates are. Here's Bailey. Plays it short to Dimmy. Dimmy doesn't use Bailey. Whips it in. Near post cleared by St. Vincent. Here's Bobby Reed. Bobby Reed does well to keep that one. Here's Cephas. One to beat. Can he shoot? Can he cross? Goes for the shot with 3 men waiting for it. King wants to know why him can't pass. And whoever else there right there want to know why him can't pass. Blake asking for a change for somebody. Don't know who. I don't know where McLaren is watching the game from, you know. But he don't look like he's on the bench. Maybe he's in the crowd. I don't know. Or maybe he's sitting on the bench somewhere. But Paul Simpson is the one on the sideline. The new assistant. AM Henry in the US, FS2. I think it's his footwear, because even when he played for Aston Villa, he always falling down as well. Good play again. Latibo there know how to play under pressure, man. Ooh, as soon as I talk, he need to give it the ball. I think part of it is in footwear, because every match me see him play, him fall down enough. even for Villa. So yeah, I don't know. Dial Spring can't believe them call a foul. Yeah. Agree, Dale. Agree. But I'm gonna take like 2 sub right now. Some space opening up, but I don't want to see I open up right now. Especially on that left side. So Cephas probably running race for the day, to be honest. So bring on some fresh legs over there. And to be honest, you could have taken off Leon too. And bring on some fresh legs on this side too. That's well played by Latibo there. Just didn't let the forward make the run. Just held him up. Experience there. Good job. Anderson thought the space was in behind. Here's Blakey. Over to King. King has space to advance now. Will probably pump one long. Good work from Dexter getting into space to get the ball. Here's Blake. Loose first touch. Goes wide. Pinnock does well to get out of pressure. Beats 3 players. Still has it. Does well to shield the play as well. Now cuts it back and keeps possession well. Well done by Pinnock. Now to Bobby. Bobby to Warner. Warner over to Isaac Hayden. This is good football from Jamaica. It makes its way to Bailey. Overlapped by Dexter. Cuts in does Leon. Leon still on his left. Dexter offside, so he didn't give it to him. Well done, but it breaks down, and now they have space to run into, but poor first touch from Pierre. And that's well done by Dexter. Well done by Dexter. Breaks to Gray. Gray. Bailey was on for the reverse. And look at Bobby again. Hey, referee, what is that? What is that, man? Man, ring off the man next star. I could have taken off both of them. I swear. Just put 2 fresh people out there. So Micah Joseph coming off. And this looks like Kyle Edwards coming on. Much more attacking player. He's basically another striker. Can play in behind the striker as well. So that's Kyle Edwards, number 17. On for Micah Joseph. Let's see if the system changes, if they go 2 strikers or just keep him there. And it looks like they were making a second sub as well. And Ezra Hendrickson has really upset Cornelius Stewart here. You can't believe it's him. So Cornelius Stewart will be exiting the field of play, the 35-year-old. And on comes the player who started the first game, Shaq Adams, to replace him. So let's see if anything changes as far as the formation. Let's see how this works out. But for now, it's a free kick to Jamaica. Bobby Reed earned it and will take this one. Let's see if he can find that spot in between the 18-yard box and the 6-yard box with some players to run on. This one's whipped to the back post, looking to win the first ball. And where are the secondary runners? Asked Pinnock. Why isn't there a central player finishing that? Clearly the play was to put it back across, and there's no Jamaican there. And St. Vincent attempting to play out from the back here. It's not pretty so far. And Bailey does well to block that one out for a throw. Wait, so bring on Boza now. And it looks like they'll have to bring on someone else as well. Isaac Hayden feeling his calf. Hayden, since he's been at Portsmouth, has typically been a player subbed off at some point in the second half of games. So it was pleasing to see him get through the 90 minutes in St. Vincent, but let's hope that this is just a touch of cramp or, some kind of precautionary thing he's feeling and he can continue. because I do like the look of this central midfield with him and Bobby. I think it's working just fine today. So I hope that doesn't have to change. Hayden is up, but he's walking a bit gingerly. We'll see if he's able to continue or not. Gets the thumbs up from the trainer. Looks like he said he just felt something tight in his calf, so just wanted it to get stretched and make sure it's nothing too crazy going on. This is a lucky bounce towards St. Vincent. Good closing down from Jamaica and a brilliant stop by Andre Blake. Alex Anderson was ready to pounce on that one. And that was a ricochet that fell kindly to Shaq Adams. He did well to dig out across. And Blakey had to use all his experience to cut that one out. Because Anderson would have tapped that in for sure to make it 1-1. Because as much as we feel in control here, Jamaica must know that one goal would cause us back into panic mode in terms of having to beat this team in extra time or maybe penalties. So, look, it's still a dangerous 1-0 lead. We definitely need a second goal just to feel better about life. Virgin does well, beats 3 players. He's on the ball still. And that's a poor pass after doing so well. He just panicked there and tried to play a pass when it was not needed. He could have kept dribbling. Yes, Dale. About how long ago you said the first one? That was 6 minutes ago, Dale. Make us see. From 65 minutes, you said. Make us see how long the coach take. Good tackle again by Bobby Reid, man. How much ball Bobby Reid win like that in the midfield? Coach, just take off Leon, no, man. Man, I get kick up. I'm tired. Yes, the away goal count. So right now we're good because we are lead the tie. But let's say it was 0-0 still. We would have gone through on the away goal. I remember if them equalize, obviously, the both teams them have the one away goal. Then, you see, the problem is, you see, if them equalize, any goal them score after that mean we have to win. We can't draw again because they would have more away goal than we. So, we just need to get a one more goal, people, and would have feel better about life. This is going to be a corner kick to Jamaica. Johnson did well to play that one, the youngster. In the Charlotte FC system. He has looked composed over the 2 legs as well. I think Charles was better than him in the first game, but he's actually been better than Charles in this one. Damari Gray will get another opportunity to whip one in from that far side. That stand filling up nicely as the game goes on now. Here is Damari. Damari will whip this one in. Back post. Hayden could not get the right contact on it. Or was it taken off his head by King? I'm not sure. But that was a good ball to the back stick by Damari Gray. Far enough from the goal that the keeper couldn't go for it. So, yeah. How much time left? 16 minutes. But Gunners boss, it depends on FS2 boss. Simple channel where everybody have. FS2. About 16 minutes plus injury time leave. Big up next up. But tell you if you start Warner Brown, bro. Handball. Free kick to Jamaica just inside St. Vincent half. Hayden looks like he's been able to run off whatever he was dealing with. Bobby Reid will take this one again. So which one of the subs will I bring on? Bobby Reid to the back stick. This is Pinnock. Flicks it back across. Cleared by Johnson. Pierre is underneath this one. Running with Damari Gray. Pierre finds the central pass. This is Edwards. Edwards does well to switch the play to Shaq Adams, but it bounces over his head. Ezra Hendrickson looks deflated after that one. I think it's on ESPN2 in the Caribbean though. I had one. I'm no Gunners boss there, America, you know. Yeah man, facts. Warner Brown Warner Brown get the start and do him job, you know. And get the goal. Lembikisa finds Pinnock with the throw in. Back to Blakey. And you can see St. Vincent putting more urgency in the press now. And they do turn Jamaica over. Here's Kenaya Joseph over the top to Alex Anderson, but Alex Anderson is onside. And he's fouled as well by Dexter Lembikisa that time. Was holding him. I think that was on Dexter. Yeah, it was. So this is another dangerous opportunity. We have seen them come close a few times from set pieces. Dexter got a bit too much of him holding him there. Was beaten with the touch and, kind of panicked and held on at first, and the referee spotted it. So free kick again. These have been pretty much the most dangerous opportunities for St. Vincent tonight. We have to pay close attention to number 10 and number 16 here. They have been on the end of most of these plays. It's a one-man wall. Shaq Adams, the substitute, is behind this one. Will he test Andre Blake? I don't think so. I think he's going to put this into the box. He has. Flipped to the back stick. Too far. Flick back up. Blake came but couldn't win it, and the ref calls a foul on not sure which player. Pinnock might have gotten punched in the face or something there. Yeah, he might have got poked in the eye. Blake holding his leg. Somebody go kick the ball for Blake then, no? Somebody go kick the ball for Blake, no man. See the man can't even stand up on him foot. Yo, Blake, tell someone what's going on, no? Jeez, I bet you the man hurt himself even more now at the kick there. Anderson can't believe King not called for the foul, but we play on. Down the right side, too much space again. Good closing down from Pinnock. Good block on the cross. And in the end, it goes straight to Blake. Blakey, your foot not hurt you, man. Just calm yourself now. Rolled out to King. King to Dexter. Back to King. Switch your play now. Ezra Hendrickson telling his team to press further up the pitch. Hayden shows for it. Plays it back to Pinnock. Pinnock under duress. Goes long. Cephas is beaten to that one again by Marshall. And that's well played. And Jamaica sloppy there. I think we need some subs, people. The guys look like them dead on them feet right now. We need some sub-star. And this is it. Here's the running power of Spring. Good challenge by Pinnock, though. Now here's Pierre. That's a poor pass. Gray has acres of space ahead of him. Plenty of options to use as well. Play it! Oh, Leon made a brilliant run. But probably the smarter option. Keep the football for a little bit. Looks like Joshan Anglin will be coming on next. Maybe they will go ahead and sacrifice Hayden off the pitch. Or they could take Damari off, who's pretty much at walking pace at this point. And that's over the top. But that's too close to... That is way too close to Blake. And Blake is now forced to throw it out. And he's holding his leg. Something happened on that play where he went up for that ball. And he's not in much comfort right now. So they're taking off number 21, Warner Brown, as the fans I'm sure salute him big time walking off the pitch. So a good shift put in, and they're showing the replay of the goal, which they should. What a good strike that was from Warner, man. Love how he composed himself, looked up, gathered his feet, and rocketed that to the far post, man. Brilliant, brilliant strike. So Warner Brown is out. And I think Gray will just push up. Bobby Reed will push up. And Anglin. MF said the doctor is too big. Where say doctor's supposed to fitter than that. Jaja. This is a history. Alright, Anglin, number 4. So Amari Belgan and the man just scoop up the number 4 same time. So yeah, I think it's gonna look more like this now. Might even be a more natural double pivot. And Bobby just kind of make the third body there. I think that's what it probably will look like now, the shape. And they just want to make sure they keep it solid. I would bring on Dixon to run at them now in the late stages. I don't think Bowser skill set needed right now, because we don't really need a goal or anything. We just need energy. Blake cannot believe that there aren't more subs being made. I just read his lips and he said, come on, man, where are the subs? Man, them tired. So yeah, Blake is shocked here that more subs haven't been made, and I'm realizing. Where you say, man, it take too long to reach the injured ball of them. By the time them reach them forget what did even happen to them. True thing, you talk still. Ooh. Kyle Edwards is a teammate of Deshane Beckford at Hartford. So how does this look now? Because I see Gray wide left. So I guess they've moved Cephas to the middle. And it looks like they haven't changed Bobby Reed or Hayden. They literally have just put Anglin the furthest forward. And they'll say, oh, run up and down, sir. So they have not changed this. And they actually have moved Gray wide and Cephas central. So I can't keep up. Uh-oh. So Blake other knee mash up now. And what just happened a while ago, people? I look down for like a split second star. What me miss? Blake with a mad touch and nearly give away a penalty to blow out. Ooh, at least that's a contact one. He'll be okay. He'll be okay in the end. So some smiles on the faces of the fans at least tonight. But I'm sure they wanted to be a little more comfortable at this point. There's the Phoenix contingent in the crowd. Wooling, Kyle Casey, Mr. Butler himself. Probably wondering if his boy Tyreek McGee is going to get a game. 85th minute up 1-0. I doubt it. Jamali Waite is warming up there on the side, just making sure that Blake will be able to continue. Looks like he will be able to. And the Vincy faithful still keeping the faith. There's a little section of them all together there in the crowd. Kenaya Joseph now being sacrificed from midfield. Coming on the pitch will be number 21. And that should be Nazir McBurnett, another forward, with instructions for the rest of the team to figure out who plays where. And it looks like Damian Lowe will be put onto the pitch. My guess is it's for Bailey, Gray, or Cephas, but let's see who it is for. Azenia Solomon also is on. And Isaac Hayden is going to be sacrificed finally now. He's been struggling with what he said he was feeling earlier in the game. So Damian Lowe enters the pitch. And he gets a warm ovation from the home crowd. So Lowe is on to finish the game out in midfield. And he is going into midfield, it looks like. So they have made quite a few changes here. It looks like Marshall, the right back, is off. Edwards is now playing a makeshift right back role. McBurnett has moved into midfield. And Azenia Solomon is on that right-hand side. Good shielding from Anderson. And he doesn't get the call. And the St. Vincent players can't believe it. And he's telling him it's 6 or 1/2 a dozen. You are holding off the man illegally. So don't chat to me. Throw in here. Jamaica in possession. Here's Anglin. Loose pass there. Puts it right into the path of St. Vincent. And then he commits a foul. And I believe the ref is going to card him as well. He is. So Anglin gets a card. Anglin wins that one. Here comes Cephas now. One to beat in front of him. He's just going to push it and run if he can, but needs the ball with him as well. And that's one back by Anglin. Here's Bailey. Oh, and it's an own goal. Oh my gosh. What a cruel goal to concede there. Wow. The ball from Bailey was headed right to the foot of Cephas. Scrambled defending by, I think it was Johnson trying to get back. It sliced right towards goal, and Christopher was far enough off his line for it to drop into the goal. So what a cruel way to concede, but a goal conceded nonetheless. And it is the substitute, McBurnett, it looks like, who is going to be given that own goal. He's just... No, who is that? Oh, it was Johnson. It is Johnson, and he can't believe that the keeper didn't get it, but I don't think he had much of a chance to get that one. So Andrew Johnson there is the one that concedes that one. So they have switched up everything they're doing now. Pretty much playing a back three. Edwards out here. Adams a little more central. Kenaya Joseph is off. Here comes Cephas. Can he finish to make it 3? Good tackle that time by Charles. 5 minutes of injury time to be played, and then Jamaica will be into the Concacaf Gold Cup. 2 goals by St. Vincent in this injury time, and they would go through by virtue of away goals. And this is long ball over the top looking for Anderson. And that's well shielded by Dexter Lembikisa. Anderson, one thing about Anderson, he won't give up today. He'll keep trying. He will definitely keep on trying. And tough one there for the youngster Johnson. I think he's only 18 or 19 years of age right now. And Kaheem Dixon will get his customary 2 minutes of action. Damari Gray being asked to leave on the opposite side of the field. And he obliges. So Damari Gray is off, and on comes Kaheem Dixon. I'm sure he'll get a big ovation from the home crowd as well. Gray, I thought, did better tonight in his more central role. Found a lot of good pockets of space in the midfield. Combined well. Could do that bit more output in the final third again, but I think he was more effective tonight than in the last game, honestly. Even though I don't think he was as bad as some people were making it out in the first game either. And that's well done by Bailey. We've seen Bailey recover quite a few balls in these 2 games, to be honest. Gives it away, but gets it back again. Now finds Cephas with the reverse pass. Running into spaces, Bailey. Oh, and he was trying to return the favor to Bailey. He was trying to find him earlier, which caused the own goal. This time Johnson clears it properly. It's going to be a throw into Jamaica on this right side. So no long throws this time. Pinnock will stay in defense. Lembikisa will throw this one. Finds Cephas on the flank. Cuts it back to Lembikisa. Cephas is offside by a mile and won't get back onside. Jeez, bro. Give the man some help, no man. Oh, Bailey's offside there. Blake did get there first, yeah. Still think the coach already says, Bertha, we can use the assistant and Paul Hall. So we can work with Paul Simpson and Paul Hall, the Paul them. Nepo baby. Yeah, man, I mean that, man. Long time them for do that. Who is Nepo baby? White boy go a yard, waste JFF money. Travis, you not happy with the 2-0, man? Clean sheet, 2-0 victory. Here's Bailey. Oh, that's a brilliant ball to the back stick. Well kept in as well. And oh my gosh, that counts. What a play. Bailey to Dixon. Dixon keeps it in, flicks it up to Cephas, and Cephas with a left foot finish. Brilliant play from Dixon and Bailey and Cephas there. I believe everybody on St. Vincent thought the ball was out of play, but it wasn't. And the fans get to go on with another goal happy. So 3-0. Oh, Nepo baby is low. I should have known. I'm thinking, I was like, maybe she talking about Kyle Butler in the crowd, but him not play. So yeah, I should have known. What a ball by Bailey. What a good first touch and second touch by Dixon. They wanted to be out, but it wasn't. Let's see. I don't think that went out. That's just good play by Dixon. And a brilliant finish. Woo! And good technique by Cephas to watch that onto his left foot. Mind them pop out, darling. Should jump and hold them. 3-0 to Jamaica. Make it look nice, eh? I think that's pretty much going to be the last kick of the game as well. But happy for Cephas though to get a goal. I think his play has warranted something, whether it's an assist or a goal. So happy that he gets one before it's over. And there is the final whistle, people. 3-0 to Jamaica. That ends up 4-1 on aggregate. And as the two coaches shake hands, that is the final score of this one, people. 4-1 to Jamaica. 4-1 to Jamaica, people. Well done. 4-1 on aggregate, I should say. 3-0 tonight. Goals from Warner Brown in the 27th. Then an own goal by Andrew Johnson, 89th minute. And then a third goal by Ronaldo Cephas in the 94th minute. Man, what Kaim Dixon jersey, how you mean? Oh, Blakey's alright. Struggling to end the game there without going down. But a good win. I'll take it, people. I'll take it. I thought the performance was also better. Glad that we were able to at least get a couple extra goals just to, I think the performance warranted a 2-goal victory at least. So I like the fact that we got those 2 late goals, Good finish from Cephas. Very good finish from Warner Brown. And, we got lucky with the second one, but we were very unlucky in the first game. So, sometimes that's how it plays out. You don't get all the luck in the one game, but you get it at some point. And we were able to get it. Yeah, man. Good win, Jamaica. Agreed. Robson, not a bad performance. Very professional in the second half. Yeah, I think apart from I think there was like a 10-minute to 15-minute spell in the second half where I was balling for subs and things. We kind of lost our way a little bit. But other than that, I thought it was very, very professional. I agree. Jamaica, boom. Jamaica, boom. Jamaica. Sing it out some activity. Make the assistant the coach and the coach the assistant. Well, I had one. That's basically what's happening. I mean, Paul Simpson was the one talking to them for the 2 legs. See if I can hear Warner Brown talk. Man talk about World Cup. A World Cup she asks you about, See if I take a picture with the mute. That's nice. So why see for family? The man care, JFF. When you see for some JFF jersey, man. Man whole family wear the Ankara Gucci jersey for the match. At least them wear yellow. They're close. John St. Vincent. Don't put up a fight though. No should feel proud of no displays, I'll take it as well. Could have been worse. Solid. It was solid. It was solid. Good result, good performance. Agreed. Local deliver. Dixon. Ball game still lame. Rob Smith said, happy to see Bailey putting in crosses often. End product can be better from him, but I see the intent. Never really saw that in a Jamaica jersey from him. Rob, more than anything in these 2 games, we're just happy with Bailey actually tracking and winning footballs back. I saw him do that enough times in these 2 to say, yes, everything we're doing at Villa translating now, because he's been doing that more for Villa this year. And I see him doing it for Jamaica today, so that is good. Damian Lowe and Ezra having a talk. I think they might overlap because of Seattle Sounders, because I'm pretty sure Ezra was on that staff when Damian would have been out there. Either as the assistant. I don't think he was the head coach, but I think he was the assistant out there. But people, I don't know, the post match them out there for But this year, man, yeah, I'm going about my business, people. I will rewatch the match. I don't have no anything tomorrow besides YouTube work. So you will see me at some point tomorrow with a full post-match reaction. We're going to do player ratings. We're going to talk about the entire window, the two game them, but definitely pay close attention first to this game that we saw tonight. So yeah, let me rewatch the game. I have some other games to watch tonight, of course. They're about to show the Bermuda game, but that should be a madness. So yeah, we're gonna watch some more football. Brazil Argentina just done, I'm sure, which I'm sure I want to watch as well, which I have taping, so I can watch that. But people, 93 of you in the building, quite a bit of you. So please do smash the damn like button for me, please. I'm not sticking around, people. I'm not doing a quote unquote live post match. I'm going to watch the game again, and I will return tomorrow to bring you all that content. All right, people. So big up on yourself, all the Discord members. Thanks for tuning in on the Discord. But it's your boy Jason Gooner. We are out of the building until tomorrow. Zine, big up on yourself. We forward tomorrow during the day. Make sure to turn on the bell notifications. Thanks for the strength. And please, please, please like the video. I am Jason Gooner. This is Jason Gooner TV. And come on, Reggae Boyz!